This morning, talking to the Lord, He had me look up the definition of what it means to be under siege. And my initial definition, without looking anything up, is it just means you're under attack, right? But it's a little more detailed than just an attack. It's a prolonged effort to force surrender by blocking supplies and launching attacks. Metaphorically, it means facing overwhelming, persistent pressure or attack from many sides with no escape. It's an opposing armed force that surrounds a fortified place. It's cutting off all entry, exit, supplies, and reinforcements. It's forcing surrender through starvation, disease, bombardment, or assault. You know how things just kind of pile up suddenly, and it's just one thing after the other, after the other, after the other, like all in one day though, right? It's like you're being provoked or attacked. It's like you're under siege, and it's like nothing you can do about it. It's like your back is against the wall. It's like all the exits and the entries have been cut off. What it did remind me of is when I was reading Matthew and how the disciples were with Jesus and the storm came and Jesus was asleep on the boat. And this is coming from Matthew chapter 8, starting at verse 23. When he got into the boat, his disciples followed him, and suddenly a violent storm arose on the sea, so that the boat was being covered by waves. The boat is being covered by waves. Okay? They're drowning. Okay? But Jesus was sleeping. And the disciples went and woke him, saying, "Lord, save us. We're going to die." He said to them, "Why are you afraid, you men of little faith?" It's a wild question to ask somebody why they're afraid when the waves are covering the boat. We are quite literally about to die and we're drowning. There is a violent storm, meaning the waves, the water, the wind, the crashing, the rocking. Hello? Why are you afraid, you men of little faith? Then he got up and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was at once a great and wonderful calm, a perfect peacefulness. As I'm trying to reason this in my mind, and I'm like, okay, God, because the math, I understand what they're saying. I understand what they feel like, when life feels like a violent storm, when it feels like things are thrashing up against you, there's nothing that you can do. All the exits and entry points have been sealed off. We can't get off this boat. There's literally our back is against the wall. We are under siege. Hello. And we need you to help us. And he wakes up and he says, "You men of little faith." Why is it that the faith got to be little though? Right. And Jesus was with them. Right. So that should have been enough. And I'm like, okay, I feel that. Right. So you're saying if I'm in a storm, as long as you're with me, that should be enough. I said, but they were literally being overcome by waves. The waves were coming up on the boat, like it was overpowering them. And he said, well, that's where your faith is little. You think I'm going to let you drown? I said, my God, on today. Okay. And the gag is he got up and rebuked the storm, and immediately there was peace. At a time where everybody's fasting, turn down your plate to strengthen your faith. Circumstances do not determine your safety or your security. God does. If your house is built on the rock, when the flood comes, when the torrents come, you shouldn't have no problem. If your house is built on the rock, then why are you afraid? Matthew 7:25, and the rain fell, and the floods and the torrents came, and the winds blew and slammed against that house. Yet it didn't fall, because it had been founded on the rock. If life is knocking your head between the washer and the dryer, if you feel like you're in lack, insufficiency, if you feel like you're in a position where there's nothing that you can do, where your back is against the wall, all your entry and exit points have been sealed off, where it seems like you are under siege, while you're trying to figure it out, God has already worked it out. Do not be afraid. Do not have little faith. Believe that if he is with you and you know that he's with you, then that's enough. And understand that he's not going to let you drown.